Stroke is a serious disease that kills 130,000 people every year. Stroke is caused by a blood clot in the blood flow to the brain, where the brain is unable to receive the proper amount of blood necessary to perform basic functions. Stroke can also be caused by internal bleeding within the brain that causes it to lose blood. However, this one is much more rare. One system stroke may affect is a circulatory system. The circulatory system functions, for example, by having red blood cells transport oxygen to the brain. But if there's a blood clot and the red blood cells cannot transport oxygen to the brain, it means the brain will not be able to perform basic functions, which is part of the circulatory system. Stroke affecting the circulatory system can directly lead into affecting the muscular system. When the brain suffers from a lack of blood, that means the brain is unable to perform basic functions due to the blood clots or internal bleeding. Due to them not being able to perform basic functions, the muscles that the brain won't be able to tell to contract. When this happens, that means arms and other parts of your body you will not be able to move, which can cause many problems in your daily life. Having a stroke is not good for homeostasis. Homeostasis is defined as having an equilibrium state among the entire body, meaning all good nutrients are distributed properly and evenly. If there is a blood clot to where blood cannot get into the brain and make it function properly, then obviously there is no equilibrium. This makes the brain shut down and the body isn't able to circulate. And when the body isn't able to circulate, it means there is no homeostasis present. Stroke is a very serious medical issue, and there are signs you should look for if you are trying to identify if you have stroke. The signs of stroke is an acronym for FAST. F being facial droop, meaning that half of your face is droopier than the other half. A is for arm drift, meaning that your arm is very still and sometimes drifting, meaning that your brain isn't able to contract muscles. S is for speech, where your brain isn't able to process information or communicate information properly. If all of these signs are present, then T is for treatment, where you should find medical attention so you can have your stroke treated. This may be fatal, so if you get your stroke treated, it may save your life. While stroke is a very serious and dangerous disease, there are ways of preventing it and ways of treating it. One of the more common methods of preventing it is using aspirin. Aspirin can stop blood clots, which is going to reduce your chance of stroke, since the source of stroke is often due to blood clots from the blood flow from the red blood cells to your brain. However, if the scenario comes to where you are in the hospital and you need medical attention because you are internally bleeding or you just happened to have a stroke that you weren't able to prevent, then what is going to happen is the doctor is going to insert a tube into your vein of your arm or leg. The tube is going to find where the internal bleeding or where the clot is, and a little attachment installed to the tube, such as a coil, will help stop the bleeding or the clot. As a result, this will stop the stroke. However, you should take precautions because 1 in 4 people who get strokes eventually get them in their future life.